Solluminati is back. And with him being back, we got the resurrection of one of the greatest beefs in all of YouTube. Solluminati versus DDG. Now, why exactly is this beef brought back up? It seemed like everything between them two was fading in the back, and they just left it at them both mutually disliking each other. So what exactly started the flames, the fire that we are witnessing between the two right now? Well, we all know who DDG is, YouTuber gone rapper. Me personally, I don't really watch too much of DDG's content. I've seen a few of his videos. I definitely say I more or less watch Solluminati more, but despite that, that doesn't mean I'm gonna sit here and be biased. I don't think DDG's like the worst guy on earth, you know? In fact, sometimes he can even spit some facts here and there. Honestly, they both do. Well, in their own ways. It's really funny because it's like these guys are like polar opposites. But this new altercation started when DDG was trying to flex on Soul on one of Gideon's live streams. Unfortunately, I can't show receipts because I'll get demonetized, or worse, this video gets taken down, but he was talking a lot of shit. Basically bragging about how he hit Ash and he made Solluminati fall off. Now, me personally, I don't think that's true, but as far as DDG hitting Solluminati's ex, he definitely did that. She even confirms it. Now, me personally, I don't think getting someone else's seconds is a dub, but if you consider that a jab, like, I mean, that's more power to you. But since I'm most likely never going to get another chance to give my thoughts on this whole entire Ash Illuminati thing, I'll sum it up like this. I'm not going to lie, that's a very low blow for DDG to do. You have your own one-on-one beef with somebody, and then you bring each other's girls into the mix. I'm not going to lie, it's pretty lame. That's some bitch-ass shit. Nothing against DDG, I'm just keeping it real with you guys. If you really want to push somebody's buttons, mess with their girl. But honestly, don't do that unless you want to get shot. Some dudes be taking their girls just way too seriously. Like, I guess, I mean, they're too deep with it. And when it comes to Solluminati, it seems as if he was past her. When he says he does not care about her, I'm pretty sure he's like dead ass. There might be some feelings, of course, because, you know, I was his ex at some point in time. But I kind of just feel bad for her. Ever since they broke up, she kind of just became weird, and then she's saying all this shit about how she, like, hates Solluminati, and she basically messed with DDG just to get Soul mad and upset, but in the end, she kind of just ended up throwing it out there and taking an L. I feel like when it comes to DDG getting with Ash, I feel like that was really just, circumstantial, because when you look at things that Solluminati was saying, like how she always wanted a dude that could take care of her. She used to live at his house rent free and all this other mess. And then you got a dude like DDG who comes into the picture after she was messing with Solluminati and most likely wanted a rebound or something, or to make herself feel better. Then you add into the fact that this dude got money and shit. Not gonna lie, it's just some bad RNG, bro. Am I tweaking for saying that? Are there any details I'm missing? Because at least from my perspective, that's what it looks like. But yeah, DDG was flexing the fact that he did that and quote-unquote ended Solluminati's career. And while Soul has been on hiatus, he decided to talk shit. And naturally, Solluminati came out the cut to defend himself. And I hate to say it because I don't want to pick sides, but Solluminati really cooked DDG because, again, like Soul says, all DDG can really do is say, I got more money than you, I'm more successful. What does this YouTube shit boil down to? All this other shit. I'm not gonna lie, DDG is right. You know, you do have to get your money. But this dude always ends up getting cooked because he always has to boil it down to things such as social status and money outside of who he is as a person. This is exactly why Gideon was trying to tell DDG that he thinks Solluminati beat him on the spiritual realm, or in the spiritual world or some shit. I can't remember exactly what he said, but basically DDG might be winning physically with all the money and status, but it seems as though if Soul is a lot happier than him when it comes to being himself. It doesn't matter what he has or doesn't have, Soul would probably be happy, but when it comes to DDG, if he didn't have the cars, the chains, or anything like that, he probably wouldn't be as happy as he is right now. And obviously, a lot of people would be saying, well, no shit. Like, if I had a better car or a better place, and if I was eating good, I'd be happy, obviously. And that's true. But if you need those things to be happy, are you truly happy? If you need other things to be happy, are you truly happy with yourself? You as a human being, no money, no PlayStation, no bitches, no car, no nothing. And when Gideon was basically saying this to DDG, he said, I think you talking out your neck. I could see why DDG would say that, because unfortunately a lot of niggas are built like that nowadays. They get caught up on the status, and that's good, because with that status you're going to get money and you can help your family eat, but there is more to the world outside of that. When I say these dudes are like polar opposites, that's not me just gassing this shit, like dead ass they are. They have completely different mentalities and outlooks on the world. Now, I'm not going to say one person's outlook on life and lifestyle is better than the others, because ultimately that's what they choose for themselves. But I will say being happier with yourself is a lot more consistent, because let's just say, hypothetically, I have a shit ton of money, right? If I do lose that money, your life is over, because you're probably not going to get that shit back. But if you're happy with yourself regardless, it wouldn't matter if you had those things or not. But back to the DDG and Solluminati beef. A lot of the things Solluminati was saying in his video, like how DDG was taking a jab at him while he was gone, and he knows the pain about what Solluminati's been through. I'm not about to sit here and get into too much detail about their business, because that's not my business to tell. But they both experienced losses in their family. And it's kind of grimy how DDG would attack Soul during this mental break that he's taking from YouTube due to the loss that he experienced. I'm not even gonna lie, looking at the whole beef, DDG does do a lot of grimy things to Soul. Like, how this even first started out was DDG saying that he disliked Soul. Granted, Soul could have just ignored it, like, okay, this nigga don't like me, I don't really care. But let's be real, niggas don't operate like that. We do not operate like that. If somebody says that they dislike you, there's most likely a problem. DDG says if niggas start shit with him, he's just gonna OD. And honestly, he's been ODing with fucking his ex-girlfriend and obviously taking shots like this. And when you look at it, at least to me, I just can't help but feel like this nigga's being petty. Am I wrong for feeling that way? Like, again, there's nothing again. I don't have anything against DDG. It's just that, unfortunately, it just seems like he's in the wrong. Like, if you're so successful, why are you still worried about this man, Solluminati? It just feels like Soul might have mentally touched him, the fact that he's bringing it up when Soul's not even on YouTube right now. Like, why are you bringing this dude up like that? Don't get me wrong, DDG can spit facts, and I don't think he's a bad content creator. Like, I remember I watched one of his videos where he was on vacation or some shit, and he was riding his bike on this like bridge, and it was dark as fuck, and he was talking about how he's overcoming his fear of water. Then he was also talking about being the first rapper to shoot a music video on the moon. Like, this dude can be endearing at times, but at this point, it just feels like he's just being mad fucking petty. And, he does choose this lifestyle, all this and that. But if I'm being straight up, like, honest with you guys, all of this materialistic shit should say a lot about him as a person. Like, the fact that he went to go fuck Solluminati's ex-girlfriend, that kind of tells me he might view women in a materialistic sense of way. Like, I'm gonna get her and then use her as a one-up on this nigga. It's like, I'm gonna use my bread and use that as a one-up. I'm gonna use my clout as a one-up on this nigga. And then I see this response video with DDG talking about some, trying to, like, he's texting his new girlfriend. This dude's going out the way to be petty to text Illuminati's brand new girlfriend that he got and trying to warn her, like, oh, he's gonna use you for content and this and that and that and this. Like, okay, look, there's a difference between having a relationship and recording that for YouTube. But if we're talking about using shit for content, the fact that you got multiple videos with Solluminati's ex-girlfriend, you're kind of cashing out on his name and cashing out on his girl using her for content. I just can't help but feel at times that DDG is projecting. And I just can't help but feel like this dude can be fucked up most of the time. Like, I'm trying to find something really fucked up that Soul did to DDG that was like, damn, bro, like, you're out of fucking pocket or some shit like that. I can't really think of anything. Like, their beef just died down and then DDG just re-sparks it. I just don't get it. Maybe they both just doing it for clout now. I don't know. I kind of doubt that personally. I feel like DDG feels like there's some unfinished business between him and Soul. And the fact that Gideon said that Soul got the dub over him, I kind of feel like that hurt DDG's ego. So after years, we finally might get a conclusion to this beef with it sparking up all of a sudden. Honestly, I just want to see these guys box. I think it would be more hype than Logan Paul versus KSI. Like, I genuinely might not do the same amount of numbers, but definitely a lot more hype. With all that being said, I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. All that good stuff. Let me know if you agree with what I'm saying or if I'm tripping. I'll see you guys in the next video, and y'all take it easy.